ज्योतिष का ज्ञान यह रे रहस्य astrology's knowledge deep as sea नक्षत्र कहानियाँ कहता यहाँ constellations tell their stories to thee कुंडलिनी जगाओ आत्मा जागृत करो awaken kundalini let your spirit rise ऊर्जा भीतर से बहती है energy flows from deep inside.
Hello and welcome to the Astrological Tarot Report. My name is Tony Victor, and you're listening to the report for the week of November 25th of 2024. And this report will be going up until Saturday, right before the new moon on the 1st of December. So we'll be covering the new moon as well, and then we'll go into a regular aspect report after that. So for now, let's just cover the first 6 days. Last 6 days until the end of this month. First, we have the moon opposition Neptune, and that is at 27 degrees Virgo, the moon is, and Neptune at 27 degrees Pisces. So that will give us the degree cards of the 8 of Pentacles for our Earth sign, and for our water sign of Pisces, we will have the 8 of Cups. So the eight of Pentacles and the 8 of Cups together definitely seem to look like some sort of tension, but in your work situation. Okay, so the work situation is perhaps something where it's stressing you out, and you might have to leave and find something that suits you better. It can be that at worst, or it can also be taking a break from work. Hey, we do have Thanksgiving coming up, so it could definitely be a break from work, a transitional period in which you're going to be doing something different. It could be that in general. Doesn't mean you have to be leaving work, but the work is definitely the focus here for this particular opposition. So there's a tension there, and you're trying to alleviate it somehow, whatever that is, through work. Might even be a work retreat. Maybe you go on a group outing with some of your friends, so you could be doing that. But it is rest and relaxation, something that you're breaking away from. So however that's going to manifest, it's a separation of sorts, okay, for better or for worse, but usually the 8 of Cups at the end is better for all of us. So that is for the 25th on Monday. Okay, so our next aspect is Moon trine Pluto. Okay, so after we kind of feel the energy of a need for a retreat, a holiday from our work coming up here soon. Hopefully you're all taking that holiday for Thanksgiving and whatnot. So we do have, the moon trine Pluto, and that's going to happen at 0 degrees Libra and 0 degrees Aquarius. So Pluto's in Aquarius, and that's another thing we really haven't covered too much yet. But a lot of astrologers have already been talking about that. I may do a video on that as well. So we have the moon in Libra, okay? So together, the degree placements give us 2 air signs. We have the 2 of Swords and the 5 of Swords. Okay, so this is kind of also reminiscent of splitting away from something here, especially with the 2 of Swords. Or it could be fence sitting. You may not be able to make a decision. Maybe this is, again, related to the work situation. It's on the same day, so that energy could play into the first aspect we just covered. And then with the 5 of Swords, that could be a situation with tension between people, okay? So there could be some sort of interaction where it could be kind of confrontational. So be careful of that. It can be a situation in which you're taking your belongings and leaving and going elsewhere. So again, that could very much play into the first aspect with work. Hopefully it doesn't manifest in a negative way, but the 5 of Swords is usually a pretty tough one. However, it is a trine. So maybe whatever the situation is, it's easier and for the best. Okay, so maybe it's taking you a little bit longer to decide what you're actually going to do. Maybe it's a situation you can salvage. Okay, again, that's a 5 of Swords. It could be a salvageable situation, and that you don't have to leave or do something you don't want to do. And this doesn't have to be work. This can manifest in any number of ways. But I'm mentioning work because the first aspect was concerning Virgo. So Virgo is a very work-oriented sign, and that's kind of the tone. That energy, those planets, sets the tone for the week, it seems to be. So I'm going to leave it at that for that aspect and move on to the next. Our next aspect here is on the following day of the 26th, and we're going to be looking at Moon trine Jupiter, the Moon being at 17 degrees Libra and Jupiter at 17 degrees Gemini. So that will be giving us two air signs. And what we're left with here is the Seven of Swords and the Ten of Swords. Okay, so Moon trine Jupiter. Something that is, we're at the end of this moon here, so we're about to head into a new cycle. So this is kind of the end of something, especially with the Ten of Swords. Okay. And then with the Seven of Swords, again, we're still picking up something and moving with it. We're taking it elsewhere, carrying something off with us. Okay, so that's kind of still playing into the energy that happened the day before. It is very interesting how these placements are playing off of each other with this energy. So you really do kind of have a situation where, again, we just spoke about Pluto. So Pluto is a transformational energy, and we're nearing the end of this Scorpio energy, very transformational. Ten of Swords, well, it does look like, it has that aspect of, I guess we'll say, dying, a death of sorts. Not that it's actually physical death, although it could be that. It's also dismemberment in the sense of it's taking something apart. And as it is Scorpio energy, we'll be putting it back together in some other new way, some form. So maybe that Seven of Swords is taking the best of the things that we have within us and leaving behind other things. That's how I would like to look at it in a positive way. Still on the 26th is our next aspect, Moon in Libra squaring Venus in Capricorn. Okay, so the Moon's at 18 degrees of Libra and Venus is at 18 degrees of Capricorn. And this is giving us an air and an earth sign. And for the air sign, we have the energy of the Two of Swords. And for the Capricorn, we have the Two of Pentacles. Okay. So we're looking at, again, another choice of sorts. But this is a hard choice. It is a very emotional choice for us, meaning that it's the Moon and Venus together. But it comes in a practical fashion, considering that it is an earth sign. It manifests in Capricorn. So manifesting in Capricorn with that Libra energy, it's kind of that back and forth, especially with the Libra and then the Capricorn. So Libra in and of itself is a sign that goes back and forth and has difficulty making decisions. But then add to it, you have the Two of Pentacles in Capricorn, where you're juggling something. So you're juggling that decision. And it can be something material driven. It can be something vain, something that has to do with personal vanity. It could be that, being that it's Venus and it's Capricorn. But at Libra, it's more intellectual. So maybe it's over intellectualizing our emotions and not being able to make a decision about something. But it is a hard decision, and it is a very emotional one for us. So do consider that on the 26th, which is Tuesday. Okay, Wednesday, we have Sun trine Mars. Sun at 5 degrees Sagittarius, and Mars at 5 degrees Leo. And we are getting things done and heading towards victory, completion, a celebration of sorts. Okay, a rite of passage even, who knows? But we have the energy of the Four of Wands and the Ten of Wands. And so we have our fire signs here. And Mars is definitely about getting stuff done. In this particular case, it might have been a long stretch with that Ten of Wands, carrying a heavy burden till the end, till we finish it. But that Four of Wands looks very positive for us. it is the finish line. And it's looking pretty good. Yeah, with that trine there. So definitely positive, stay positive, and if you want to get stuff done, Wednesday is the day to do it. Okay, on the same day, we have kind of a more difficult aspect to look at. We're going to be looking at Moon square Pluto. So Moon is at 0 degrees Scorpio, and Pluto is at 0 degrees Aquarius. Okay, so still about salvaging something, picking something up, and leaving it behind. Okay, but maybe we're frustrated about it with the Five of Cups. Yeah, the Five of Cups, our water sign placement for that particular degree, 0 degrees, and then the Five of Swords, our air energy for that same placement of 0 degrees, but in the air sign. Okay, so it's a little bit difficult here. It's something that we are going to have to salvage here as well. Okay, so it's another salvage situation with this week's uh, aspect readings. Okay, so that's a difficulty. Maybe we're mourning a loss of some sort. We've taken something, but maybe it wasn't quite what we wanted or what we had expected. And so what we've given up may have been a big loss for us, because we are looking at the Five of Cups, the man who's got his head hanging low. But okay, in both situations, there's something left behind. We see the two cups behind the man, and then we see the swords, the two swords at the feet of the guy in the green cloak. So we're taking something with us. Hopefully, it's what we need at the very least. And I kind of think that Pluto energy, even though this is a difficult decision for us, at the end of this month, the energy is going to carry us into a new beginning in Sagittarius with the new moon. So, regardless, as tough as this may look, there is a new moon on the horizon here, and it is going to be very energetic and powerful coming out of this very tough Plutonian Scorpio energy that has been very tough, I'm sure, on us all this month, just because it's such a difficult transformation for us. We feel like we're becoming completely different people. It can definitely feel that way, I would say. So a lot to give up, but also a lot to gain. That's kind of how this month has gone. And I do see that reflecting this particular aspect. All right, on Thanksgiving, November 28th, we have our next aspect, Moon square Mars. Moon at 5 degrees Scorpio and Mars at 5 degrees Leo. So we have our water sign giving us the placement of the Ten of Cups for that energy of the Minor Arcana. And the next Minor Arcana card for our fire sign, we have the Ten of Wands. Okay, so when you have fire and you have water, you get steam or you get smoke, huh? So it's kind of funny that this is on Thanksgiving, because the Ten of Cups is reminiscent of family energy, and then that Ten of Wands can be about carrying a burden. Okay, so yeah, it's going to be, it can be a time of joy, but can also be a burdensome experience with that square energy. It can be a tough gathering of family. So just be cautious of that. It can feel like it's a burden, but if you do it out of love, and you'll pull off a good Thanksgiving here. I think it's that energy of the culmination of something that you're carrying to a finish. So it might have taken a lot of hard work to prepare for this particular Thanksgiving. It does look like it's one of those situations where it can come off as a very joyful occasion with that Ten of Cups if we prepare and do everything properly in order. So now if you're getting ready, do it on Wednesday. Wednesday is the best day to get it done. Of course, that is a day before Thanksgiving, but it's that Mars energy, and we're going to use that positive energy from the day before, the aspects that I just talked about, using that martial energy to complete your tasks as best as possible on Wednesday. Not that you shouldn't put your ducks in a row beforehand, because you definitely should, but Wednesday is going to be the best stuff to get things done to pull off a successful 28th. All right, and our last aspect for the 28th will be Moon trine Saturn. Again, just to let you all know, there are other aspects, but I'm covering the main ones: the oppositions, the trines, the squares. Um, so that's what we're looking at for the most part here, and the conjunctions. That's what I would like to focus on for these aspect reports. Okay, so, but the Moon trine Saturn here, we had the Moon at 12 degrees Scorpio and Saturn at 12 degrees Pisces, so two water signs. And with that, we have two minor arcana of cups. So we have the Eight of Cups appearing again for this series of weekly aspects. Eight of Cups seems to be a strong card this week. And then we had the Two of Cups. Okay, so we've had this aspect, I believe, I want to say we had this last week as well, at least a minor arcana energy. So this is kind of a relaxation, a rest relaxation, a travel situation, and especially with the Two of Cups, it could be, with your partner or a really good friend, even maybe. It can be, going to even get going for a day at the spa. That's that Two of Cups, the healing card. And so with that Eight of Cups, you have that relaxation, the rest, the recuperation, taking a break from something, going on a long journey. So that's that energy. It can also be leaving behind something. It could be about leaving behind a relationship. We've talked about that earlier. And being that it is the Scorpio, the Scorpio season, this energy, we might be leaving something better, leaving behind something for something else that is better. Okay, that's what I wanted to say. All right, so now we're at the 29th. We have the Moon opposition Uranus. The Moon is at 24 degrees Scorpio, our water sign, giving us the energy of Cups, which would be the Two of Cups in this particular case for our placement energy. And then Uranus at 24 degrees Taurus would give us an Earth sign. So for our major arcana, we're looking at the the minor arcana. We are looking at the Two of Pentacles, and so we have this energy now where, so the Uranian energy being that of Aquarius, and now we have the Moon. Okay, so we're right at the end of the month here, and with this oppositional energy. So this contrasting energy between something reaching its completion and something trying to break free. Okay, so I think now we're getting towards the end of this cycle where we are breaking free from something. And that Two of Cups is that relational energy, that healing energy. So if you've been feeling like you've been tired or worn out, expect this new moon to release you from that sense of extreme depression, extreme lack of energy. Expect it to release you from that. So with this Two of Pentacles, though, it's kind of going. You're gonna go. You're gonna go in one direction, or you're gonna go in another, and you won't feel like you're juggling something anymore after this. You'll feel like whatever it is that you're juggling, that you'll be able to let go and heal. So even though it's this oppositional energy, ultimately it will be for the best, I believe, just because we are having that Uranian energy, and now that Pluto is actually breaking into Aquarius. So now that it's in Aquarius, we have a situation where we're leaving behind something that no longer serves us. So that Two of Pentacles energy in Taurus is very material. Okay. And being is that we have Uranus in the sign of Taurus, it's this energy of upheaval. So yeah, we feel all out of sorts this month. We feel energetically lacking. We may have been sick. We may have been tired, or both. But we're really going to feel a big rejuvenation coming up. I feel, especially because of this energy right here, this aspecting energy, and being the fact that it's the end of the month. So definitely look out for that and be prepared to be completely rejuvenated. It may feel like you've not felt in a long time. You should feel a lot better once we end this month. All right, now we get to the last day of our aspect report here. For November 30th, this will be Saturday, right before the end of the month. We have Moon trine Neptune, Moon in Scorpio at 27 degrees, and Neptune at 27 degrees Pisces. Okay, so we have for our minor arcana energy, we have the Five of Cups and the Eight of Cups. Okay, so with the trine energy, this is right on course for us leaving behind something, so, a bunch of negative energy. Okay, that Five of Cups is something we're sick and tired of. Hey, it could just feel like we've really reached the end of being sick, being tired. It can definitely feel like that. Okay, so it's almost like a mourning. It's almost like we've died and we're mourning our own death. We're mourning our own transformation here. We're becoming someone else. We're becoming something new. We're being renewed. Okay, so the energy is still carrying over. A lot of these cards are representative of that, of the healing and the transformation. This is huge this month. That's been pretty much most of these reports I've been doing for this past month, and this kind of sums it up right here. Leaving behind and transforming, the rest and relaxation right before we get into the new moon. That is the Eight of Cups. So the trine energy, it's a positive relaxation. It's a reflection, a time of reflection, time of going back over things and thinking on what it is that we've done, what we've left behind, what we're taking with us, and how we're going to move forward from here on out. So we might have lost jobs, we might have lost relationships. This month has been all about leaving lots of things behind, and now we're becoming something else. What that is, well, that's your own individual chart, and this is the horoscope, the collective horoscope. So we're working on giving people, it's a general horoscope. I can't look at your chart. If you want me to, I will, and you can go to my website at Kundalini. Excuse me, I've changed it. It's no longer that website. It's now quicksilverastrology.com. You can go there and look at the different things that I offer. There is also a new tarot deck available. Just wanted to throw that in there real quick since we're kind of on the subject of all that. So let's continue on with the final aspect for this report. Okay, we have our last main aspect for the 30th, which is Moon trine Mars. Moon at 5 degrees Sagittarius and Mars at 5 degrees of Leo. Okay, so this minor arcana energy is repeating again. Although we looked at another aspect before, Sun trine Mars, now we're Moon trine Mars. So we have the Four of Wands and the Ten of Wands. So yes, while we've had this with the solar energy, now we have this with the lunar energy. So it might have been more an intellectual blockage before, not necessarily a blockage, excuse me, rather it was something that was blocked that became easier for us on that last Wednesday before the holiday. And now we have this energy carrying forward. It's very emotional. So we feel a sense of completion, the sense of crossing this finish line, the Four of Wands being that finish line for us. It's been a burden. It's been a burdensome experience, whatever it is that we've done, but we've carried it to the end. So again, this is a very good day to get stuff done. If it's on the emotional battlefield, even more so. Not that it's a battlefield because it'll feel like we've earned this. It's something that we work towards, and we've carried it to the very end. It's not going to be difficult for us. It's going to be easy, but it's something we've been working on for a while. So while it may not have been easy before, today's the day to finish it, okay, on the 30th. And that's going to lead me into the very last thing that I wanted to say, which is not exactly a traditional aspect at all, but it is very important. We're going to look now at the Moon trine the North Node. Okay, so for this aspect, we have the Moon at 4 degrees Sagittarius and our Node at 4 degrees Aries. So this is making a trine for us. And this is at the very end of the month, right before the new moon in Sagittarius. Okay, so this is pretty big, actually. Um, you have your you have your whole situation of the ending of the Scorpio energy happening right at the point in which this degree placement falls on the minor arcana card of the Six of Wands. So with the Six of Wands, we are carrying this through to victory. Okay, that is the Six of Wands. We've ended this situation, and we will be victorious. Okay, and this with the Pluto moving into Aquarius situation, it's going to be a big month coming up. Not sure how it's going to manifest yet. We're going to keep taking a look at all these things and see how it works out. But we have our plan set in motion with the Three of Wands. That's our other minor arcana placement for Sagittarius. Okay, so Sagittarius is seeing things, planning ahead big. That is that Three of Wands energy. So we're going to look at that, and we're going to ride into the new moon with that energy of victory. Okay, so it's coming to fruition. All the work we put in, all the suffering that we've endured, it's going to be worth it, it seems. And this will be a lucky day for us if you're a betting man. Well, I'm not giving you gambling advice, okay, but this is a very good day to yeah, I'll just leave it at that. You use your logic and intellect to figure that one out. But yeah, let's go into this new moon with the victorious energy. Okay, so we're ending it on a high note here. The moon trine the node, ending in Scorpio and going into the sign of Sagittarius for the new moon. So get ready for the new moon, okay, everyone? It's going to be a good one. I'm dead tired today, but we're there. It's almost over. We're just a few days away, and we're going to be at the new moon. It's going to be beautiful, and we're going to feel this energy, a big kickstart. And that's all I got to say. Thanks for listening. Please like, please subscribe, and check out my website at quicksilverastrology.com. Check out the new tarot deck. It is available for sale. Thank you.
ज्योतिष का ज्ञान यह रे रहस्य Astrology's knowledge deep as sea नक्षत्र कहानियाँ कहता यहाँ Constellations tell their stories to thee कुंडलिनी जगाओ आत्मा जागृत करो Awaken Kundalini, let your spirit rise ऊर्जा भीतर से बहती है Energy flows from deep inside